Check this. Today, 1 in 5 renters are behind on their rental payments. Just over 10 million Americans are behind on their mortgage payments. Moody's, which is an American financial services institute, states that landlords are owed $57 billion in back rents, utilities, and fees. Over 4 million Americans have requested mortgage forbearance, and the $1.9 trillion stimulus package has officially been passed. Now in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about the real estate housing market, how the stimulus package is going to affect the housing market, and what extensions and moratoriums are being given to homeowners who are struggling. So it's simple. If you get any value from this video, please don't forget to hit the like button and let's jump right into it. Now from this $1.9 trillion stimulus package that's being given is not all going to the real estate markets. From that $1.9 trillion, $30 billion will be given to the housing market. Now this is broken down in many segments, but overall it's to help people who are struggling with their rental payments, their mortgage payments, with their utilities, and so forth. Now something that is so important to the real estate market, specifically the housing market, is foreclosures and evictions. And as we know, these keep getting extended over and over and over. The deadline for the eviction and foreclosure moratoriums is set to be March 31st, 2021, which is weeks away. Now, President Joe Biden officially signed off on it and has it extended, but what he also signed off on was mortgage forbearance extensions. So now if you took mortgage forbearance on June 30th, 2020 or before, what you could do is request 3 months extra in mortgage forbearance, and then on top of it, one more time, another 3 months. What this is doing is delaying the market reaction for another 6 months. Now, as you guys know, we talk on this channel about the real estate market. What's going to happen? Is there a crash? Are we in a crisis? Is there a collapse? Are we in a housing bubble? What exactly is going to happen? So when you connect the stimulus package with the moratoriums and you connect this all together to see what's happening currently in the housing market, things are pretty scary. Now, I'm a real estate agent myself. 24/7, 365 days, I operate as an agent. I have clients who want to buy and I got clients who want to sell. So I'm seeing this firsthand on the field. And what we're in right now is a crazy real estate market, especially in the housing market, and things aren't looking great. You got home buyers putting over ask prices, trying to get the home, waiving contingencies, doing things that are not normally by the books just because they're so desperate to win the home. And then you got sellers overpricing homes, and honestly it's crazy, but they're actually getting the prices that they're wanting and even higher. What we're in right now is all-time low supply, high demand. We got interest rates very cheap. We got construction costs extremely expensive. You got home builders with a backlog, home builders that are now bidding up the new construction homes, and home builders who are really paying a premium for lumber prices, which is making home buyers pay a premium for that new home that they want. And then on top of all of that, you got a $1.9 trillion stimulus package that's floating around now in the markets, $1,400 stimulus checks being given to certain Americans, and on top of that, $300 a month weekly in unemployment for Americans who qualify. This is crazy. Now, I'm not against helping those who need help, but the reality is a lot of people are taking advantage who don't really need it and are benefiting from it. And the truth comes down to this. The housing market that we're in right now is inflated. It is inflated beyond words of inflated. You can't even imagine how expensive homes are selling for. Just the other day, it was announced that in Austin, Texas, I'm in Dallas, Texas. In Austin, Texas, a home that was listed for $800,000 sold for $1.2 million. $400,000 over the asking price. Now, if you're telling me the appraiser is going to appraise it at 1.2 million, you're crazy. That is not going to happen. But the reality is, these markets that are in high demand, people are flocking to it with cash, especially from California and New York. And these people from Cali and New York got a lot of money because that small townhome or that small duplex that they own is worth $1 million, $1.5 million, and it's so little in Cali, it's so little in New York, but in Texas, It's massive. You can get a mansion with $1.5 million. So now what's happening with these foreclosure moratoriums, eviction moratoriums, these forbearance programs that are helping extensions? What's happening with all of this? What this is doing is pushing the markets further from the true reaction that it should be having today. Instead of the market reacting to an eviction crisis or a foreclosure crisis March 31st, 2021, it's now going to be delayed for 3 months later, for 6 months later, for whenever the government decides that they're not going to keep extending. You know the stats that I shared with you in the beginning of the video where 1 in 5 renters are behind on their rent payment, 4 million Americans have gotten mortgage forbearance, over 10 million Americans are behind on their mortgage payments? Those stats, that's the reality of the market that we're in, and that's only on stats that we can actually account for. Imagine how much more is happening that are not documented. So I was talking to this one guy, and as we were walking, he was talking about mortgage forbearance, and he was so proud. He was like, I got mortgage forbearance for about 9 to 10 months. It's been great. I have 0 payments that I don't have to make. I've been saving up my money and things are good. Hey Karam, do you know when mortgage forbearance will end? Do you know what they're gonna make me do to pay this money back and if I have to pay it back? Do you know if they're gonna have extensions keep on coming? And I was just thinking, this guy took mortgage forbearance for 9 to 10 months and he has no clue how the recourse is. He didn't even negotiate with the bank the terms. He didn't even understand really what it is that he was taking. How in the world is this gonna end? Imagine his bank just acting nice, calling him saying, hey, if you need mortgage forbearance, we're here to help you out. And he thought that was a nice gesture, so he took it. Imagine if they come to him and say, hey, on the 12th month of the end of your mortgage forbearance, we're expecting you to pay the entire 12 months upfront plus your next mortgage payment. What's gonna happen? This guy is gonna sink and that's gonna be bad for him. And I understand that every lender is different. Some say you can tack it on the back of the mortgage. Some say that you can pay them in half payments. Some say pay them all at one time. But the reality is if you didn't negotiate with your lender, you're in some deep waters, because if they pull something on you, you better be careful and you better be ready to be able to come up with that money. So when I was talking to this guy, that really put me on edge to wonder, is the other 4 million plus Americans in forbearance really understanding what they took? Did they really negotiate it the right way? Did they really do what's needed or necessary for them to get help? Or are they going to have it backfire on them at the end of their mortgage forbearance when it comes to an end? That's something scary and something to wonder about. Millions are struggling. I'm in the commercial real estate world, and left and right, I'm having landlords calling me saying the tenant just filed bankruptcy, the tenant just left, the tenants just walked out. 3, 4, 5 tenants in a single shopping center, 3, 4, 5 tenants in a single office tower walking away. Now, who do you think has to deal with the mortgage payment, yet they're not getting any rental income anymore? The landlord. Who do you think is getting screwed at the end of the day? The landlord. If the tenants don't pay rent, if the tenants choose to shut down, what's gonna happen? Things are gonna get bad, and that's already happening in today's market. This is what I'm seeing firsthand, not just talking about, but experiencing. Now, this $30 billion that's being injected into the housing market is to stabilize the market. Now, what this means is really, we're just trying to float things, make things easier going, make things not feel the pain just yet. But the reality is this stability in the market is fake. This is just artificial stability. This is fake, and eventually it's gonna have to stop because the printing presses are gonna get tired of printing money. In this $30 billion, you're having $5 billion for homelessness, you're having billions of dollars just divided up, trying to help certain segments in the housing market, rent relief, utility relief, homelessness relief, back on your mortgage payment relief, all these type of stuff to help keep the market stable, quote unquote. It's really unstable, but we're just gonna float it to make you think that it's stable. At the end of the day, guys, the reality is in front of all of us. You can't print trillions of dollars and not expect something to hit you back in the face in return. You can't keep printing money expecting everything's gonna be okay. Someone's gonna have to pay that, whether it's you, your children, your grandchildren, your grandchildren, someone's gonna pay for that, and it's not gonna be cheap. So for everybody wondering what's happening with the housing market, I hope this video made it more clear. The truth is we're in a fake market, in a market that's artificial, and ultimately what the government is trying to do is keep things floating up until they realize they can't keep it floating anymore. Because remember, guys, a floaty in a pool eventually has to sink. And when that happens, it sinks and it goes to the bottom. It doesn't say I'm gonna just stop midway. It says I'm gonna keep sinking. So the markets that we're in right now, you better pray that they don't react like a floaty reacts in the pool, because if they do, it's gonna be crazy for everybody. And crazy for those who overpaid for houses by the hundreds of thousands of dollars, even thousands of dollars, because they're gonna realize, crap, what did I do? Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit that like button, and most importantly, subscribe. I upload 3 times every single week, and you don't wanna miss out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video, and I'm out.